Aristotle famously described a tragedy as a person's fatal flaw. And for a lot of young men, their fatal flaw is their fragile ass ego. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that having an ego is extremely important for staying determined to achieve our goals. We don't have an immense belief in ourselves and in our abilities, success will not be possible. Having a healthy ego means having a deep understanding of yourself. And having a balls deep understanding of yourself will allow you to make the necessary adjustments to succeed. Now, the opposite of someone having a healthy ego would be someone who has a fragile ego.
You are a fragile boy.
People with fragile ass egos get upset easily when criticized or when they fail, and they may react with defensiveness or anger. Guys who have a healthier ego can handle criticism much better, and they are less affected by the things that could hurt their self-image. Guys who have a fragile ego have a more vulnerable self-image that is easily threatened by external or internal forces. Internal forces like our mindsets influence how we think, feel, and behave in any given situation. Our mindsets can steer our life into many different directions. Sometimes our mindsets can make us go forward, or they can make us go backwards, or they can lead us nowhere.
Where you going? Nowhere.
Achieving success demands a strategic mindset. Like the great Andy Elliott says, if you lose your mind, you lose your life. Say it with me. If you lose your mind, you lose your life. Having the right mindset is crucial for leveling up in every aspect of life. Bro, showing no ownership for your wrongdoing is a look that no man should be proud of. You might as well throw yourself into the trash, because that is where people who continue to take no accountability belong, in the mother trash. If you're one of those guys who takes no accountability and shows no ownership for your own wrongdoings, that is baby carrot dick energy, my boy. How are we ever going to learn from our mistakes if we can't even admit our wrong? Or how are we ever going to get that fine ass girl if we do not refine our social skills?
Bobby, you don't have what they call the social skills.
A lot of young men have a hard time to admit that they're wrong because they fear that they're going to appear weak and or stupid. However, what is truly weak is that limited mindset that prevents them from evolving into better men. Fragile egos prevent our growth, and they interfere with the connections we have with others. If you continue to find yourself in the same reoccurring problems that suck the life out of you, and not in a good way,
it'll never ever get tender, you know what I mean?
that means that you're the problem, my guy.
You're a problem.
The ability to evaluate one's own ability is one of the most important skills to possess. Without it, improvement is slow and difficult. Your pride protects your ego because you don't want to appear stupid and or weak to other people and to yourself. So you allow your own arrogance to fool you into thinking you got it like that, when in reality you don't. When someone's fragile ass ego takes the reins, trouble follows. They get defensive at the slightest hint of criticism, they fear taking any risks, and they often struggle to handle feedback. And that's what I call baby carrot dick energy. Look, in all honesty, what makes life so fulfilling is creating meaningful connections with people and creating memories with our loved ones. If you have a fragile ass ego, you're going to interfere with achieving that. People are gonna be on guard with you because you're always on guard with them, and you let your fragile ego fucking take reins, that's what's gonna fucking happen. You ain't gonna make no one wet for you. If you wanna strengthen your fragile ass ego, then you must create a habit of self-reflection. Look, self-reflection is gonna be your guys' key to unlock that self-awareness. So always keep that shit in mind, okay? By self-reflecting, you can help match your actions with your dreams more effectively. If you make a habit out of self-reflecting, it's gonna help you identify some of those unproductive behaviors and those unproductive attitudes that hold you back. If you can get right what most people get wrong, you're going to advance very rapidly and further. Men who are wanted and desired by others recognize that their fragile ego is the real enemy. If you guys are seeking to take action into becoming better in any sense, I want you guys to ask yourself this: what's the last thing that I want people to think of me? I mean, it's a fucking loaded question, so be honest with yourself. I'll answer that question in front of you. I sure as hell do not want my loved ones or people that I care about to think that I'm inconsistent, that I'm scared about the cost of winning, that I quit when things get tough, that I have a fragile ass ego. I don't want any of them thinking that shit of me. And if I have a fucking fragile ego, I'm not gonna fucking achieve my goals. Bottom fucking line. It's troubling and unsettling to me that there's a bunch of young men who do not take ownership and accountability for their own actions. And they do all of that to protect their fucking fragile ass ego. The guys who have these fragile ass egos end up sabotaging their relationships with other people, and they're the fucking reasons why a bunch of women hate men. You know, all that a man achieves or fails to achieve is a direct result of his thoughts. And when you base your identity on more solid foundations like your personality, skills, and values, what ends up happening is you end up developing a strong sense of self, which will help you to strengthen your fragile ass ego. I'm fucking done ranting. That's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got some value out of it. Stay nasty, go get after it, and be mindful. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.